Well, hello. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Kate. We are rolling with the Hatfields, and I want to talk to you today about the DIS pass and the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. So, as you would normally potentially use your DIS pass around the park to book rides and so forth, you can't actually use your DIS pass for the Halloween party in that way. I have heard a rumour, and it's a rumour, and I'm going to try it out this time in October for you guys to see if it's actually true, but you can use your DIS pass at the beginning of the party to book in for Jack and Sally. So apparently you get a return time on the little slip, and then you can go back later in the party. I'm really going to go and check with that and see in my own mind if that's accurate for you. But saying that you can't use your DIS pass doesn't mean that there aren't things set up in the party for your disability. The rides queues are much lower anyway. A wheelchair, so bear that in mind. She's a wheelchair user for the DIS. A lot of things will walk on. Monsters Laugh floor, you can just walk in there and stay in there for as long as you want. There's not really a queue, it's just a walk through for treats. So in actual fact, if you needed a break throughout the night at all and you just wanted a bit of a laugh and a bit of a fun and a bit of an atmosphere, you just go and sit in there for as long as you really want. You can go round and round and round and pick up 2 lots of treats as well at the same time. So if you are mobily challenged, that could be a really great thing for you. The Monsters Laugh floor, there's treats on the way in and treats on the way out. If you can't walk and walk and walk and walk and walk, but you still want to get your trick-or-treating, and then there's literally another treat spot, literally next door to Buzz, which is next door to Monsters Laugh floor. That's a great little selection there for you. So I think that's a really great tip. Monsters Laugh floor is a great little place to sit down and relax. So moving on, we actually rode Winnie the Pooh 3 times. One after the other, straight after the other. We literally were put on the ride. There was no queue for it whatsoever. Everyone was queuing to meet all of the characters. If you're not bothered about the characters, the rides are fantastic. The wait times are so low. We just rode and rode and rode to the point where actually we said, no, we want to get off. But they strapped my daughter into the wheelchair ride car, and she was away, mate. She rode 3 times. We rode Small World twice. It was a 15-minute ride. After half an hour, we were ready to get off. We did Little Mermaid walk on. But we were interested in all of the activities. We were interested in doing the trick-or-treating. There was really great photo pass pictures that you could have taken in front of the castle, and my daughter had some great pictures with a light up Cinderella slipper. She was dressed as Cinderella. It's the most beautiful pictures, and I will add them in right here now for you to see. So moving on, so I hope I've given you enough information about those rides. I think they're really great. I'm really energetic about doing this vlog. I'm really excited about going this year. It's really, really, really great. You can collect as much candy as you want. We had so much candy without even trying. And my husband literally just wants to get loads of candy this year. Loads of candy. He wants to get all the candy he needs for actual Halloween night at home. And I was like, don't be ridiculous. But he's going to try and smash it. He wants like 4 bags full of candy. I'm like, you're ridiculous. But he's going to try and smash that. Right, I'm so sorry. So the first parade spot is by Liberty Square, the Liberty Bell, and it's literally, there's the Liberty Bell, and it's almost like there's a little gap. It's sort of like a pathway. That's the best way to say it. So there's a pathway between the Liberty Bell and the Christmas store on this corner. So there's like the Christmas store here, and then Liberty Bell, and then just there's some flags, and you can sort of go around the back, and you're allowed to stand there, and you don't really need to speak to a cast member or anything like that. They will look at you, make sure that like you're in a wheelchair or an SUV. They'll just make sure like those wheelchairs and SUVs are at the front, and then people will just stand behind there and around sort of the left and to the right in the normal parade spot. But that's the first parade spot. So you are on your right to the castle. There's a bridge. You go over that bridge. So my first piece of advice with this is, if you really want to watch the first parade, you want to to then go on to the fireworks and then onto the Hocus Pocus Spooktacular show. So if you go here early, if you go here early and watch the parade, then go straight through over the bridge to the right of you, past the castle, walk towards Casey's Corner. Now once you visit, this might sound like, oh my gosh, blah blah blah, but if you write these points down, go left, go right, Okay, right, go right towards your castle, over the bridge. Then you immediately take another right towards Crystal Palace, big Crystal Palace, towards Casey's Corner. In front of Casey's Corner, there's like 2 sections of gardens sort of thing in front of a fountain. So look up for the lit up fountain is what you want to look for. And behind that lit up fountain, directly behind, is your fireworks show area for your disabled people, for your DAS sort of pass, which you can just show. They don't ask you really, they just look, you're in a wheelchair, yes. They may ask for your DAS to prove that you've got a DAS pass on your phone. I haven't found that at the Halloween party though last year. I didn't find that last year at the Halloween party. We went in, we got a space, and a lot of people left, okay? After the fireworks, it was busy for the fireworks, a lot of people left. Now within about 10 to 15 minutes of those fireworks and chatting and talking, they were announcing the Hocus Pocus show. Now at that point, we'd had a long night, we had 2 young children, we left. But this year we're going to stay in our spot, in that disability spot, in that disability area for our Hocus Pocus show. So you get the parade, you get the fireworks, you get the Hocus Pocus show. Now, that is a really great point if you want to get out after that Hocus Pocus show. We're talking about near enough, you know, 10 o'clock, 10:30 by this point. We're getting on late, might even be slightly later. There's still another parade to go. There's still another Hocus Pocus show to go. The party's still got loads of time left. So if you don't want to get into that first parade, no rush for it. Maybe go and get towards try and get as close as you can to the front of the castle. Get into that disabled spot early for the fireworks, early for the Hocus Pocus show, because there's so much more after that you can do. You can go trick-or-treating again, then you can go merchandise shopping. It'll be a lot quieter down Main Street, all those sorts of things, especially when the parade is on. You could go down Main Street, head over there early, go down Main Street, do some merch shopping while that first parade's on, because the shops are going to be so much quieter then than if you were, like, say, going after the parade, after the fireworks, after the Hocus Pocus first showing. The shops are going to be busy then, and a lot of people do actually leave then. I noticed that the party then became a little bit quieter for us after that. It was a lot of people left after that first Hocus Pocus show, left after the fireworks. Almost sort of like a normal day. As soon as the fireworks go, everyone rushes sort of out. But you can get in to the party from 4 o'clock, even though the party doesn't start till 7. So a lot of the times, if people have been in the park, go in strong 4 to 11. It's a long day. It's enough for people. But I really recommend you stay, and then you can go and do some more trick-or-treating. And they actually have a quantity of sweets for the party that you need to get rid of. So the later in the night, you're just going to get more and more sweets. So actually, it's more advantageous to go into the park early, get on all those rides that you want to ride, use your DAS pass right up to 7 o'clock. So you can go in at 4, use your DAS pass till 7 o'clock when that party starts. So you can use full, so you can go around and use, maybe if you just want to go around and you do all of the characters that are out prior to the party. Maybe there's certain rides that you know that you can't queue for, or at the back of the park, that you want to go and get done that afternoon. You know, you can use your DS pass right up till that 7 p.m. when the party actually starts. So yeah, so those are my top tips for your using your DAS pass for your disabled accesses, for your disabled entry, for, you know, your ride hopping. That's my top tips for disabled people, for people in wheelchairs, for people using the DAS pass, and for your spots. There's one more thing I just wanted to add really, really quickly. There is also another disabled spot, a DAS, I say disabled because I don't know what else to call it. A disabled area is what I've always called it. So there's another disabled spot for you outside of the castle. So if you're facing the castle straight on, it is sort of, there's like the main sort of circle in front of the castle is the best I can explain it, and it's to your right hand side. So now just sort of to your right hand side of that circle. I wish I had a map to show you, but it's to the right hand side. So there is another space. So if you're coming from the other side of the park and you want another space to watch both parades, it's there. So there's 2 spots actually for the parade, one either side. So there's one round by the Liberty Bell and there's one in front of the castle. So if you're more that side of the park and you're rushing to get to the parade, you can also watch the parade in that space in front of the castle. I really hope this vlog's helped. I've got so much energy for this. If you've got any questions, please do like and subscribe us. We are trying really, really, really hard. I have got a really bad chest infection right now, so I'm really sorry if I sound overly croaky, but I thought I need to get this done and out there, because next week we go to Disneyland Paris, then we are back for a few weeks, and then we're in Florida for 2 weeks. We are rammed, guys, so I needed to get this out. We are decorating Isla's wheelchair as Cinderella, and when I say as Cinderella, I mean as Cinderella, okay? She is going to be the most Cinderella-esque girl ever. I've got it all planned. I've got so much planned for her wheelchair. I'm going to be dressing up in a blue dress as well, so we're going to be like the Cinderella team, and I think my husband and my son are going to dress up as a version of Paige and Mr. Morrow, because we absolutely love him. He is so worth checking out. He is Disney vibes, I tell you. He's good vibes. He just makes me smile every time I watch him. So it's a big up to Mr. Paige and Mr. Morrow. I would love to meet him, so fingers crossed for Florida. I might have to spam him and see if he'll come and meet us one day. Lots of love. Bye.